The title of this video is going to be Creative Destruction, and I would just like to break down what I mean by this, why it's titled this, and why I think it could be a smart way to measure our future and where things are going to head as a society. There's been a massive push on the internet as of lately, whether you pay attention to it or not, of authenticity and why you should be your true self. And the premise of this video is basically, I don't believe that people are genuinely portraying themselves. What I mean by this is people who are acting or had the confidence of acting themselves on the internet for more bullish is not the right word, but more provocative ways of acting their real self in order to get clicks, views, and everything else. I think people are more focused on acting accordingly on the internet rather than in real life. And it's not easy to explain or talk about because so far it probably seems like I've just said nothing, essentially, and just used some big words. But I don't want to explain this in the wrong way so that it's just misrepresented, because I think it will make total sense once you give me the opportunity to explain it to you. Just to start off, if I had a thesis, basically what I'm trying to convince you of, I think that true authentic people, true creative thinkers, people who are doing different, are pushed aside. And I think that the ones faking it, there's so many of them, and they know and can recognize that they don't have what it takes. So they would rather group up in a large mass of themselves that can kind of agree that they're cool enough to be cool. And for the people that actually have potential of creating something new, maybe making advances in a certain step in any direction, like literally anything, this isn't anything specific, never been more easy to shut that down, especially when it's true, 100% one of one, 100% noticeable. Their whole message is to be more authentic, more yourself, more open, and be kind to others, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as that is legitimately right in front of them, it's so intimidating that they revert back to their old selves. So they shut down that person and make them feel wrong. Now there's going to be a newer fake and a newer fake and a newer fake, and the real is going to get pushed down, and it's going to lead to worse and worse and worse societal norms. If you have true talent, it's only going to get harder and harder and harder because you're going to become an immediate threat to people that are envious of you. I'm trying to express what I'm trying to say. So you're just doing your thing because you love to do your thing without there being some sort of reason. Like you're just looking for somebody to say, like you don't care about that. Like you're literally just doing what you want to do, which is really rare. People will probably eventually assign you to some sort of like weird status, whether that is being authentic or weird or retarded, whatever it is that they want to feature you to be, whatever the message is to spread. It becomes more understandable why they might do this because you're no longer controllable. So the only way that they could have any sort of control over you now that you don't care, is by speaking to you with others. And so an example of this is, let's say somebody follows you on Instagram. Let's say Stacy follows you on Instagram. One of Stacy's mutuals looks at your Instagram. We'll call you Kev. Now that Stacy's friend is going to ask Stacy, hey, what do you think of Kev? That's the last influenceable opinion someone can have on you. So like you don't care. It doesn't matter what Stacy's friend thinks at the end of the day. None of that matters. But when somebody knows that you're completely uncontrollable, the next best thing they can do is tell somebody false information or something wrong about yourself. And I think most talented individuals that are doing their own thing and don't really care to be supported by a full cast of people and just want to do their own thing will suffer from this. I don't think it's because the internet is becoming more and more connected, and there will be, if it hasn't happened yet, there will be some sort of hierarchy. It's going to happen. It's human nature. You may think that I'm living in some internet blah, blah, blah world, but everybody's on their phone. You're full of shit if you don't think that this world is becoming more virtual by the second. Like literally, but you can't take a shit without your phone. You can't eat without your phone. Do you even watch your TV, or is your TV just on in the background as noise? The next best thing, as we touched on earlier, is to kind of shape a narrative around you. I like to call them the Run Club. You go on your phone, you see the Run Club. It's the Run Club. It's in the future, but the people that are going to rely on their numbers, their views, they're going to have that social power over you, that they're going to be above the food chain, essentially. You can't listen to them whatsoever. They're the Run Club. It's basically a giant facade of lazy people that don't understand anything, so that they group together because they're a bunch of retards, and they penalize the people that are actually trying to do new things. When the whole idea, the whole momentum of the message of being authentic is to be truly yourself. That doesn't mean be a prick to people. It doesn't mean blah, 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 blah. It's just be yourself. And I promise you, if you are 100% being yourself, you are going to get more negative impressions than you are positive impressions out of 9 out of 10 spaces, unless you're in a space that specifically inquires you to be yourself. So as time goes on, unless I'm incredibly wrong, I think it's going to take a lot of brave people to fail. Eventually, there's going to be major catalysts, major successors, because there are going to be exceptions. But the majority of people that start out and are 100% themselves are going to be so negatively impacted by what's around them, surrounded by them, that they're going to quit. and they're going to join the run club. And it's just so, it's like a whole new character made to appear authentic, but it's not authentic, you know? So there's their online version of themselves, there's their real life version of themselves. It's super rare when you meet a motherfucker who's one on one, online, offline person, black and white, naked, whatever. Same motherfucker. That's rare, and they're not liked. I think this can negatively affect us because it's going to lessen the fact of true winners, and it's going to be easier and easier to put them to bed, the true winners to bed, because the online connected world is so strong. In this ever growing world of who can be the best or who has the biggest dick, is going to like when they swipe on their fucking phone and see somebody outworking them, outpacing them, doing more than them in any sort of way. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about general. Yet everybody preaches to be that person. That's where everybody gets connected. Be better, be yourself, be authentic. But as soon as someone goes and does that, the gun the gun points right at you. You feel me?